The Galactic Threat Assessment Council convened in emergency session for the 7th time that month. Chancellor Vex, a crystalline being from the Silicate Collective, reviewed the latest report with growing alarm. In just 5 years since first contact, humanity had generated more technological innovations than the established galactic powers had produced in 2 centuries. Another breakthrough, Vex announced, projecting a holographic schematic into the chamber. Humans have achieved quantum state manipulation. They're calling it quantum folding. It allows instantaneous matter reconfiguration at the molecular level. The council erupted. Representatives from the Kepler Dominion, the Zorthan Empire, and a dozen other civilizations voiced their concerns simultaneously. How is this possible? Demanded Chancellor Morith of the Zorthan Empire. We've had 5,000 years to develop quantum physics. Humans have had mere decades. Dr. Akira Tanaka sat in the observation gallery, watching the alien leaders grapple with their growing anxiety. She was humanity's first official liaison to the Galactic Council, and she found the situation both amusing and fascinating. The aliens had invited humans into their fold expecting a grateful, subservient species. Instead, they had discovered something far more troubling, a civilization that improved faster than anyone could predict. The pattern had become impossible to ignore. Every 6 months, humans announced a new technological marvel. Fusion engines that operated at unprecedented efficiency. Medical treatments that extended lifespan beyond what the Zorthans thought possible. Computing systems that could parallel process in ways no other species had conceived. But the technological innovations were only part of the problem. Humans also possessed something the other galactic powers had lost: desperate hunger. They had evolved on a resource-starved planet where competition was absolute. That struggle had made them inventors by necessity. Every limitation became a puzzle to solve. Every obstacle became an opportunity for innovation. While other species had grown comfortable with their established technologies, humans pushed relentlessly forward. They're not following established research protocols, explained Dr. Vex Thorne, the Council's chief scientist. Humans seem to solve problems by approaching them from completely unconventional angles. They don't care about traditional methodology. They only care about results. What about their social structure? Asked Councillor Shen of the Kepler Dominion. Perhaps we can use internal conflict to slow their progress. Akira suppressed a smile. This was the aliens' fundamental misunderstanding. They thought humanity's diversity was a weakness. They didn't realize it was humanity's greatest strength. Humans competed with each other, yes, but that competition drove innovation. A Chinese tech company would develop something revolutionary, spurring an American rival to develop something even better. A European startup would revolutionize an industry, forcing global powers to adapt or perish. Internal competition meant humanity advanced on 1,000 fronts simultaneously. We've documented 73 separate human research initiatives happening in parallel, Dr. Vex Thorne continued. Each one competing with the others. Each one working to outpace the competition. We've never observed such a system before. The real crisis came when the Council realized the implications. If humans continued their current trajectory, within 50 years they would match the combined technological capabilities of the entire galactic establishment. Within a century, they would surpass it. We need to implement restrictions, Morith demanded. Limit their access to advanced research materials. Control their expansion. That would be counterproductive, Akira interjected from the observation gallery. Restriction only motivates humans further. We thrive when told something is impossible. You're looking at this wrong. Humans don't see limitations as barriers, we see them as challenges to overcome. The Council fell silent, contemplating this alien perspective. Over the following weeks, the situation grew more complicated. Human scientists, working with access to galactic databases, began solving problems that had stumped established civilizations for millennia. A young physicist from Mumbai developed a theoretical framework for stable wormholes. a team from Sao Paulo cracked the code for artificial stellar engineering. Each breakthrough made the alien leaders more nervous. Each innovation pushed them closer to a decision they desperately wanted to avoid. In private sessions, Chancellor Vex began drafting contingency plans. Not for cooperation, but for containment. If humanity couldn't be controlled through agreement, perhaps they could be controlled through force. Other species had posed threats before. The solution was always the same: preemptive action. But as Vex reviewed the projections, he realized something terrifying: humanity was already too advanced. An attack would only accelerate their militarization. And if there was one thing humans excelled at, it was warfare. For the first time in millennia, the galactic powers faced an enemy they couldn't defeat, only negotiate with. And they had no idea what humans would demand.